All right, so we've started. Tatiana, how are you today?
You muted everyone, including me.
Unmute yourself.
That's okay. How are you?
Your voice is so down.
Can you hear me now?
It's still low. Can you people hear Tatiana?
We can't hear her.
You can't?
We can.
Or you can?
We can't hear you.
Now you can hear me? Someone?
No.
What? Can you hear me now?
No. Touche zile écouteurs. Can you hear Tatiana?
No.
No.
Her voice seems to be too low.
How about now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I think when she switches off the Bluetooth of her,
Try to switch off the
phone,
Bluetooth of
we
your
can hear.
headset.
I'm not using them anymore.
Put the Bluetooth off. Try to speak a little. I don't know what maybe the problem. And I'm having also feedback. Your voice can't come out. Okay, in the meantime, as Tatiana try to find out what's the issue with our microphone, allow me to let you know that today we are having one of our best or our promise, as we promised you to bring service provider on the platform. So today we have one of the service providers all the way from Uganda, and this is none other than MRF. This is Makasi Rescue Foundation that work in coalition with refugees to be able to provide support to refugees in different capacities. So they are with us on the platform and they'll be talking to us. Remember that the month of August and September will be having service providers. So June and July, for those of you in us, if you remember, been having current refugees, and also August and September, we have our refugee service provider. As Tatiana find out what the issue with her phone, allow me to welcome our guests and say hi to us. Gaston, you're most welcome.
I'm gonna check with you right now and see if you can hear me.
We can't hear you. Okay.
Then I don't know what's going on with my computer.
I think Gaston is also having a problem also because he can't talk, he's freezed.
He's muted. Wait.
Okay, Tatiana, you can say hi.
Service internet today.
What's wrong today?
Samantha, what did you say?
Greet us.
Can you hear me now?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can hear you, but it's just a service, I guess. It's not that good today.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, yes. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Tatiana, and everyone. Thanks so much. I'm so excited to be a part of this engagement, and I'm looking forward to a great meeting today. My name is Gaston Mwine, and I come from Makasi Rescue Foundation, and I'm the head of programs. I'm so excited to meet all of you, and I look forward to a great engagement today.
Thank you, Gaston. Thank you, Gaston. And again, I continue to welcome you all. And just a reminder that we are having service providers on the platform. So I will not taking time. I don't know why I'm having feedback, but just let me know if the voice is okay with you that side. Just without taking time, let me just go ahead and give Gaston the platform and ask Gaston. We are hearing about Makasi Foundation MRF. Can you tell us a little bit who's Makasi? Who's MRF? Just tell us so that we can have an idea of who's here today with us. Gaston, can you hear us?
Justin's network, I think, is somehow disturbing him because it's on and off.
There's a network problem.
Thank you so much, Samantha. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
The device is low, but at least you're heard.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but the voice
Yes,
is too low.
hear you. Can you hear me too?
Yeah, we can. Gaston, go ahead and talk to us. We can hear you. Guys, we take this opportunity to apologize for whatever thing that's happening right now. As you know, we always have our internet connectivity problem, but without even taking long, we also have, let me just give an opportunity to Tatiana to just introduce herself and welcome people in the
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Samantha, I think you can just let him go because every time that I'm trying to introduce myself, he's back. So we can just leave the platform for him.
Okay. Gaston, you can go ahead. You can hear you.
Okay, I think I will just jump in. Hello, everyone. This is Tatiana, the co-host of Samantha Bieke. And hi, everyone. I just want to know, how is everyone doing today? How is the Sunday going?
We're doing great.
We can't hear you, Tamara John.
Yes, I'm also doing great.
Good. Good to
My
hear
name
from
is
you.
not in Hamaha.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's hard for me to pronounce though. I will just call you by John.
JB. JB makes me feel good.
Hey Tony, how are you?
Guys,
I'm good. How are you?
give me just a second as
good.
I communicate with Gaston to understand what's happening and also to see how best we can have this service provided to you today.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Gaston.
Hello, Gaston. How are you? Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. I thank everyone who is participating in this platform. Once again, I'm so excited to be here and I'm looking forward to great engagement. My name is Gaston Mine and I'm the head of programs Makasi Risk Foundation. Makasi Risk Foundation is a registered refugee-led non-government organization which is reaching over 5,000 refugees in Uganda. MRF was established in 2018, and we are working towards ensuring the rights of refugees and the most vulnerable persons in the host communities. We are situated in the Kisto Zone, Najanankumbi, that is Rubaga Division, Kampala, and our activities are concentrated in all the 5 divisions of Kampala. So MRF works to rescue the vulnerable people in different areas, and our implementation is in Kampala, targeting urban refugees and host communities. We work together to promote peaceful coexistence and unity among refugees and Ugandans living in different communities, while creating opportunities for socio-economic empowerment of vulnerable groups. Our mission is to promote the social, cultural, economic rights of vulnerable people, especially refugees. We envision a society where vulnerable people live a dignified life with fulfilled rights.
Guys, I beg you to understand that we are having a network problem. So sometimes it's lagging behind and stuff, but I beg you to be patient with us and open your ears, take a book, take a pen, take a cup of tea, cup of coffee, juice, and learn.
Have you been able to pick me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. That was, I was briefly introducing myself and Makasi Foundation. Can I go on? Is there anything else I can?
Samantha, can you, I don't know if it's the good idea to let him like leave the Zoom and then come back to see if the network is gonna be better.
Probably that's, I don't know anything about computer, but I'll try to suggest to him. Gaston, I don't know if you are hearing us. Tatiana is having a suggestion of you logging off and on again to see if our network will work for us. Anyone who knows computer and know how best we can have Gaston work on his. Okay, I think, yeah. He add us. So in the meantime, as you've heard what Gaston said, is from MRF, Makasi Rescue Foundation, which is found in Uganda, Kampala, and it's also working to see how best they can provide different work to refugees. I can't talk more about it because I'm not from Makasi Rescue Foundation, but I'm just letting you know or telling you that this service provider, why do we call them service provider? They're service provider because they provide the services to refugee. It's simple as that. So it might be refugee-led organization. It might be a refugee who start an organization or start an initiative of helping fellow refugees, or it might be someone who has never been a refugee but has that heart, humanitarian heart of saying, okay, let me go and help these people. But for the sake of MRF, it's a refugee-led organization. And the little story that I have about them, these are refugees. Some are already here in America, and they said, let's put ourselves together and give back to our community, give back to people who are living the same life that we lived while we were still back in Uganda or in our different refugee settlement. As I can see right now, we have also a person from MRF among us. Praise, I don't know if you're around with us today, because I'm seeing her around. So as Gaston tried to connect, I will first jump directly to Tatiana and ask Tatiana, according to different sessions that we've been having, where are you going? According to different sessions that you've been having, what lesson have you learned from someone being a refugee? Like, what have you learned from the different sessions that we've been having?
Thank you for asking that question. And all I can say that I learned, it's been quite a month since we started with the session of refugees, untold stories of refugees. And what I learned is that refugees, they're courageous people. After all they have done, after all they have been going through, they're still surviving. They're still hoping that the future is going to be better. And that includes all the efforts that they're putting on to make their lives better. They're creating their organization, they're creating their enterprises, they're creating their sort of jobs just to keep their heads up and not giving up. So a refugee is not someone that we need that needs to neglect themselves. No, they need that empowerment. They need someone to encourage them so they can keep going and not giving up. Refugee is not someone that deserve not being respected. Is a person just like you, just like me, and they need that respect so they can feel themselves, so they can feel proud of themselves. And also they need that like they need people to remind them all the time that they're a value in the community. And that's all I think. That's why I think we're here. We're here to remind them that they're valuable. They need to be valuable. They need to be reminded that they're valuable so they can keep going. I think that's all I have.
Thank you so much. I can see that Gaston is back. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me too?
Can you hear Gaston? Can you all hear Gaston?
No, we are not hearing him. He's the voice is blinking.
Gaston, we can't hear you.
Oh, I want to ask Samantha. Hi, Samantha and
Hi, Joseph.
We know we had some challenge from our guest. I think he's back before I ask my question.
Gaston? I beg to be I don't know what to do. I'm a bit challenged. So in the meantime, let's give our voice to one of the MRF group lady who's here with us. Price, if you're with us, can you please jump on and save the day, please? Thank you.
Hi everyone, on behalf of MRF, we are very, very sorry. My name is Praise Mugisho, as Samantha have already spoken, and I'm a part of MRF, and I work as a volunteer on the youth program and other stuff. And okay, let's try to save the day.
Yeah, let's try.
So that is all as an introduction. All right, today we are talking about service provider. And before we begin everything, I would like us to understand first who are the service providers. Because sometimes we do have a weird knowledge of service provider. So service provider it can be a person, it can be an organization which work as a link between the refugee community, the government, and the host community. And the service providers are like facilitators or supporters who are there to help the refugee community to regain their independence, if I may say that, the personal independence on making decision, on the integration journey, or in employment, why not even in education. So service provider works with different community members. They can help you through recreation, integrating in the workforce, in the education environment, and so many things. And as Makasi Foundation is a rescue organization too, and we do have so many different programs. And basically, one, we have the language services, and then we have so many different classes according to the literacy level and according to the English level too, because there are other people who do come. There are other people who came from back home. When I say back home, depending with background, with a little of English knowledge, and then we do class them according to their level. And then we do offer other program in tailoring, um, in building capacities, in learning new skills, like I may say learning how to make hair, how to play uh, instrument, I may say guitar. And then we do have a big team of soccer too, where we try to gather to make interaction between the host community and the refugee community, where our players do games to give something to youth to learn, and then to get to know the country where they are and the community around them. And then we have another organization for women. They do get together, and then we try to empower them through businesses, small businesses. And then sometimes we do have circle conversation or interculture dancing, where people can do dances and then they can explore their talent to make them grow and to keep the culture alive. On, I may say, on the goodness of diversity and multiculturalism, with a lot of community, refugee community from all over background, all over countries. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Praise. Praise, as she mentioned, she's a MRF volunteer. I think I can see Gaston back online. Gaston, just tell me if you can hear me and if you can be able to talk to us.
Yeah. Yes, please.
All right. Then
I can hear you. Can someone hear me?
yes. So
You can hear me?
yes, no problem. As Praise has just told us, and as we heard from Gaston, Praise Gaston told us, introduced himself, and that's who's MRF and their vision, goal, and mission. Praise told us there are different activities that they do in the community, or what they help with youth, with women, and how best to provide these different services to these community members. Just to follow up with our agenda of the day, could you please tell us, this platform is yours, could you please tell us the challenges that you face while providing these services? I know it's just a balloon thrown to you, so could you tell us or talk to us the different challenges and the different successes? I mean, they cause them successes, or what? English is difficult to me. Success that you found while providing these services. Come on, yes. I don't want to speak in English. Can you dis-nous un peu à propos de réussites que vous trouvez souvent, ou bien de réussites que vous avez quand vous donnez ces services, ou bien les différents problèmes, challenges que vous rencontrez quand vous donnez ces services. Guys, I'll jump in French and Swahili, so understand.
Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Samantha. Can I chip in a little bit? Oh, yes. Talking about, unfortunately, I was not able to hear someone talking about the services, but I do hope maybe she has able to dissect that. Talking about the challenges that MRF is facing as of now. First of all, MRF cannot currently realize its dream because of the following. We have challenges which are being faced by our clients after training and supporting them. they face challenges in obtaining jobs, which impacts on a program success. I want you to imagine skills, but only moving out into the field, and they cannot be able to access jobs. So they always come back to us, telling us the problems they are facing. But unfortunately, we've not been able to work on that issue, so that the problem of unemployment is still evident. Though even after training them in various skills, it is not very easy to access jobs in Uganda. Then the next major challenge that we are facing is limited funding to support the activities at MRF. To support its activities is quite a big challenge because there are a lot of activities that are supposed to be done to really fulfill all of. We also have increasing episodes of natural calamities, which bring in more, of course, refugees. You know, the bigger the number of refugees, it means they put more strain on the available resources, and at times we cannot be able to meet all their needs. And the recent one being the outbreak of a pandemic, COVID-19, which was unprecedented. It has caused a lot of problems. It has caused a lot of strain and stress for most refugees that we are serving. They have been, frustrated. They have been facing a lot of challenges. Like most of them cannot afford 2 meals a day. Most of them afford a single meal, which is even not nutritious. And some of them are having issues with paying their rent where they are staying. And now that the lockdown has been somehow lifted, most of them are wondering what they are going to do if their landlords had actually been patient with them. But now that the lockdown has been lifted, so most of them cannot be able to afford to pay the 3 months upfront. So it's a major challenge, and they continue to come to us to seek for solutions, but which we do not have at the moment. Then we've, of course, the other challenge that we have is the rampant negative public perception of the refugee issues in Uganda. If you've been in Uganda, you must be knowing this issue, that the public is not aware. They don't understand exactly what refugees are doing in Uganda. They don't view them as their fellow colleagues. They don't view them as their brothers and sisters, but rather they look at them as dependents on the government. They look at them as people who have come out compete with the Ugandans on the available resources. And this perception is really impacting negatively on the successes of MRF. Thank you, Samantha.
Thank you so much for telling us different challenges that you guys face while providing these services. Because as Price told us earlier on, some of us been having misconception of the word service providers. So we didn't know, or probably the way I explained and the way Price explained, I found out that there was a big difference between my definition and your definition of refugee service providers. And without taking long, I want to give this opportunity for people to go ahead and start asking their question. There are certain questions that you wrote down from different discussion that we've been having, and we shall go ahead and have them first asked to you and you to tell us, because your service provider might be having an answer to give us, and then we shall also give a platform to people who are around here to tell us more about the different question that they are having. So without taking long, Gaston, can you tell us the different challenges or concerning education? Many refugees have been talking about education. We found out that many refugees, let me go ahead and say about integration, probably that way. We found out that many refugees are lacking English basic knowledge. Many refugees are not speaking English. Can you tell us what is bringing out that? Like, why aren't we having many refugees who are in Uganda, despite you people offering the English classes? Let's not talk about COVID, because COVID just came like last year. Why are we having a biggest number of refugees not speaking English? Moreover, you're offering the English classes. What might be the cause to that?
Thank you so much, Samantha. First and foremost, as ignorance, they lack information in various areas where they can go and access the services. And so, since they lack the knowledge and understanding of the various service providers, it means they can't be able to access some of these services. Most of them are issue which is leading to their ignorance. Past in what the message is all about. So around these people may not be able to know where they can go and access these services. The other challenge that they are facing in regards to accessing some of these services is of course, poverty itself, we can't dispute it. Have not been able to, to afford to one meal on the table, feed the family. Can they be able to fasten of transport to come and access the services? They can't be able to come. So these challenges I've talked about are coupled with all other issues, challenges like psychological problems, they hinder them from accessing the different services we offer, including the different language lessons offered at Makasi Foundation. I don't know if this answers your question, Samantha.
It may answer my question, but as you can see, we have people on the platform, so people also have their question. I will also beg people to go ahead and start writing in the chat different questions that you might be having, or raise your hand, because in about a few minutes we shall give the platform for you to ask your question. In the meantime, Judith, if you're with us, also I know you have some of the question written down. So Gaston, thank you for that answer. Or we also have a question regarding people were telling us regarding education, still on the same platform of education. We are having many refugees who are going to school. We are having many refugees who are getting that opportunity of attending school. Let me say they're getting these different scholarship opportunities. And by the time they go in the field, they're not getting this, they're not getting the opportunity to work. They're not getting the opportunity to also give out to the public what they studied or what they acquired from school, and what may be causing that problem. How best is MRF addressing that challenge?
Thank you so much, Samantha. It's another challenge that we talked about. It's not a secret that most refugees have actually good academic papers, and most of them are so talented and highly skilled. But most cases, the problem is when they are trying to access the job market in Uganda. They face a lot of challenges and barriers in accessing the jobs. One of the reasons is because they are not job ready. So they lack the exact skills that the employers are looking out for. And as a Makasi Rescue Foundation, we are trying to eliminate this problem through giving them the job through the job readiness. So we will be conducting workshops which are aimed at soft skills training in order to. So the workshops will be comprised of modules on professionalism, workplace conflict resolution, workplace safety, financial management, resume writing, job search and interview techniques, and job retention. You must note that because of the same issue of the language barrier, most of them are not able to come up with compelling CVs or resumes, which at times when they try to compete for the already available jobs, they find issues. Employers find issues in understanding exactly what they can put forward. But I must say, refugees are highly qualified, refugees are highly skilled, and they possess the same abilities and the same talents, even better than Ugandans. But the problem is on how they package themselves. And Makasi Risk Foundation is well strategically located, and we are standing here to address this challenge.
Thank you so much. I hope our refugees, current refugees or former refugees or other refugee service providers who are on the platform are really hearing what Gaston is telling us. I'm seeing okay. I'm seeing I know some people are having also more questions. Again, I remember that and I know that, but let me exhaust what I have. Then I'll also give you the platform to ask more questions. Gaston also wanted to know more about when it comes to psychosocial help, when it comes to psychosocial services. How do you offer these services? Because we know many refugees come with stress, come with depression, come with like, let me say, I would say like mental challenges. They have mental challenges due to different life circumstances that they went through. How do you handle this? Do you have people, do you have counselors who are out there to help them to, to, how can I phrase it? English. Do you have counselors or do you have services that are offered to refugees when it comes to mental health? Because we understand that one can't work better or one can't really feel being home, being loved once, their mental health is not stable. So how do you deal with the challenge regarding the mental health?
Thank you so much, Samantha. It's a very brilliant question. In addressing this question, Makasi Risk Foundation does not work alone. We believe in the power of networks. We believe in the power of alliances and partnerships. We have service providers that we work with, the refugee stakeholders. So in case we are not able to address certain challenges, we can assist the refugees through referrals. For example, we are working with IRC, that is International Rescue Committee, in helping us to address psychosocial problems of the refugees. We have like groups that we are having currently where these young people, the young men and the young women, always attend the trainings on how they are being guided on how they can overcome certain challenges. So we have two groups. Women is Women of Hope. So we conduct these sessions every week. So we have that program running, and the refugees are being assisted to cope up with other psychological problems. Thank you.
I didn't know that music was talking. Thank you so much for that. I hope we've all got answers to different questions that's been asked to us. We are having a question in the chat that goes around and ask. That's from Monica saying, how do the refugee cope up with the different system of education? Like some of them have the biggest challenge, which is language for those that come from Francophone countries. How do you manage that? You as service provider, how do you manage that? And what do you give to refugees? Like following the question that Monica has given us, how do you handle that?
Thank you so much, Samantha, and thank you, Monica, for that wonderful question. currently we are trying to find a way on how we can, but we are looking into how we can begin assisting these refugees to actually equate their academic papers to the Ugandan standard, translate their documents, and so that they can be able to, to fit in the job market. I know it's a major challenge. Most of them come when they have even better degrees, high quality degrees, but because of the different education systems, they face challenges in accessing jobs. So this is an area that we are really looking forward to.
Guys, as you can see, we are having a network problem. So the network is really disturbing us, but I'll go ahead and start receiving questions from you. Raise your hand. I'm seeing already GB putting his hand up. Raise your hand and we shall go ahead and open the platform for you to ask questions, and Gaston go ahead and answer. And as Press is also still on the platform, can jump in and also help Gaston. So GB can talk to us.
Yes, Samantha, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, thank you very much, Gaston and Samantha, the host and the co-host, for you guys sharing to us this important information. I would like to ask Gaston, like for example, because what I've seen, like most of the adverts I see around, they require someone to be a national or to be a Ugandan in order to get a job. So I'm asking maybe on behalf of maybe his organization, have you like tried to employ refugees in your organization? Do you have some refugees you are working with? The second question is, as an NGO which works with refugees, as a service provider, I think maybe you should be partnering with other service providers. Also, maybe you interact because you work in the same work environment. So my question was in inclusion of refugees in other things. Like, for example, there are refugees who are talented, there are refugees who are good in sports, music, what. So, for example, in sports, we have seen a lot of refugees who have good skills, football, and they have a lot of football teams which are really playing well. And I wonder if, I don't know about Ugandan structure, if at all maybe a refugee team can really graduate and reach the national level and plays with the Premier League, so that we see the talents of refugees being seen. So is such things of inclusion of talent, maybe talent, job market, is there a way, maybe is there a chance that a refugee can reach that level? Thank you very much.
Samantha, is Gaston on, or am I try? Is he on?
He's having network problem.
On, but
yeah.
Price, you can just jump in and go ahead.
All right, so I may start with the second question and then I will go on the first one. To begin with, if the refugee can reach that status, there is nothing impossible. A refugee is just a status, but you have all the right, either any other citizen or any other human being. We are there to create path to possibilities. And if we do get that path, which can lead you to a successful career, we will be ready to offer it to you for you to achieve your goal and to play in whatever team you ever dreamed of. And then as a service provider, we cannot try to serve everyone according to their need, but we can try to provide, and we are there as providers, as facilitators, but we are not there to fix things, but we are there to help people to be independent. And then when it comes to independency, you have also your part to play. And then we will try to show you pathways which can lead you to that dream. And then for the first question was regarding if at Makasi we do get to hire other refugees. Why not? Sure. If it's a refugee organization, it means we are there to empower each other. And if you do have the potential and the skill to do the work, because in every work, there is accountability and reliability, regardless if you are a refugee or no. But if you cannot be reliable or accountable to do that job, you won't have the job, because you have to go through the system according to any other nationality or any other person with a different status. If he's capable to do the job, you are eligible to do that job. And we do have teachers. Actually, we have teachers in the language, in the English classes, who are refugee themselves, and then they do teach. And there is no better way to be receiving an education from your fellow, because the thing which you are having hard time to understand, maybe in English, you will have opportunity to understand that thing in your own language first. And it's a great tool for you to learn a better way to learn the language. We have teachers who are also refugees, and we have other ladies like who help to train I would say the girls how to make bags. They are also refugees, and then they are hired. I don't know if I've responded completely to the question, but I think I tried my best.
I would like to add on. Praise, thank you. Yes. Yeah, I would like to add on to what Praise said. Talking about refugee inclusion, as John Bosco was asking, we have the Makasi Football Club, and it is doing wonders in Uganda. You must, if you've been to Uganda, you must have heard about Makasi FC. It is doing wonders, and it has been registered at national level, and it is playing some tournaments. It's because we've been experiencing COVID restrictions, but before that, the football team has been active, and we still maintain that team. It's going to continue. Then still talking about talent development, refugees have found Makasi Risk Foundation as a safe haven, a place where they can come and learn all sorts of musical instruments. We have the guitar lessons, we have the keyboard lessons, we have the music, dance, and drama lessons. We recently introduced the film acting lessons. And like Praise was saying, there's nothing so wonderful like having someone of your own, I mean, who speaks the same language, who understands that the same problems you're facing, who is assisting you. So we have most volunteers. For example, the executive director is a refugee. The founders are refugees. We have a team of over 20 volunteers who are refugees themselves. And we embrace non-discriminatory policies in our organization. We do not discriminate anyone based on sex, age, or gender, or whatever. So for the question of inclusion, at Makasi Risk Foundation, we are sorted. Then talking about employing refugees, yes, I've already answered that. We employ refugees, like I said, because our senior team is composed of refugees, including the founders themselves, and the volunteers. The biggest number of them are refugees. We include refugees in all our activities, and we employ a participatory approach. Human rights approach in programming. Thank you so much. I hope this.
Thank you so much, Gaston, for responding to GB's question. And let's take a hand from Amwini Josephine. Amwini, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Samantha, I'm so impressed and I'm so happy for for what the team are doing in Makasi, are doing in Kampala. Mine is not a patient. I'm typically, I like us to teach each other, and I like us to come with new ideas as we embrace, empowered many others, refugee and the host community. What I want to emphasize is what Praise said. Yes, as refugee, we come with initiative to empower refugee to be independent. But the challenge is the environment is very narrow to them, to them, so that they can get out to exposure and they can get employment out there. The reason why refugees come with initiative to open up is that they work hard, even apply for proposal for funding. And after getting funding, we recruit them, because we know very well, even though they get masters, even though they get degree, it's very hard for them to go out there in the market. And that's why, as Makasi, we are not only looking at producing refugee with the skill and leaving them out there. I hear the situation, refugee come back, bounce back to you guys and saying, we didn't find work there. Let us look for initiative. Let us look for a way to create market out there and market refugee product in any platform that we can't. And let us also enrich. It's my first time, Samantha, I'm very, very, very happy. That is my first time to hear about Makasi. It means we know they exist and there are also people know about them. But the same thing that they do also at the urban refugee is very good, that they liberate it also to many platforms down at the camp level, down at the university level, where refugee youth are engaged and exposed to. And this is my cry, that every time each of us who are empowered, who are educated, and who have innovation, entrepreneurship skill, that we can recreate and empower each other. We should market each other. One thing that I love about Better Mind is the empowerment that it is just 1 month, but I tell you, there are many people who now knows about Teresa. Why? This is the initiative that we are looking at most now. We want a self-reliance, each and every refugee, self-reliance. We ourselves developing it, empowering it, market it, and develop many others. Even though somebody repatriate home, repatriate with that spirit of developing each other. I'm so happy about what Makasi is doing, but let us look at that networking that lead to the market and employing. I'm looking at that skill. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Josephine, for that contribution. And as I've seen Praise writing to me, I think she had something else to add. But before Praise go ahead and asking this, from what we've heard from other people, and how best can we reach out to you, Gaston? How best can you access these services? One of you can answer, either Praise or Gaston. How best can we access Makasi Rescue Foundation services? How best can a refugee know that you guys exist? Because as Josephine has said, she didn't know anything about you guys. I know many people here on the platform didn't know about you. How best can you access you?
Thank you so much, Samantha. We are all available. First of all, our offices are located in Najanankumbi, Chizito Zone. That is in Rubaga Division. And we have a website, which is www.makasirescuefoundation.com. We are also available on social media. We have the pages, and our services are available. So whoever wants to reach out to us, can really, get the communities know us, and we have a lot of refugees understand. They have not heard about Makasi Rescue Foundation. I really don't understand, and maybe you need to again go back and check. We have a lot of people coming to us every day, seeking for services. So we are known somehow. Our visibility is not something hidden. At least and we are trying to make sure we continue with this visibility. We will continue to advertise the services through community engagements. Thanks to Amoni Joseph about networking. We shall reach out to more stakeholders so that we can network more and share more information regarding our services.
Thank you so much. I see Monica is having her hand up. Monica, did you have any question, or it was kind of a comment? Monica, can you hear us? Okay, without taking time, let's jump direct to Praise and add your comment as we head toward concluding with today's session. Praise.
Thank you, Samantha. I just want to add up on what Josephine have just spoken regarding empowerment. As service provider, would like the community, the refugee community, to know that the empowerment needs to be both ways. It doesn't have to rely only on the service provider's shoulder, because the same challenges are the community facing. We as service provider, we are facing the same challenges, but in a different angle too. And then to able to empower the community, to be able to empower the youth, the community need also to step forward, need also to try to build themselves. So we as service provider, we will know in which way we need to help the community, we need to help the youth. And then we realize empowering now is a common word. Everyone, we use that word. We're gonna empower the refugees through this program and through the other program. But sometimes the majority of the community, the refugee community, have wrong expectation on the achievable goals and the achievable dreams and the achievable things with the service provider out there to do. And then for us to know, service provider are not fixers, they are supporters. So you have the full potential on your life and on your decision making, not being forced by the service provider, but they are just there to lead you to attend to your dream, to attend to your destination and to your full independence. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Praise. And just to conclude, because we don't want to take most of your time today, thank you so much to everyone who's been here with us today. I still remind you that this has been I still just want to remind you that this has been Better Mind International Agency, and we usually have this program, and we've been hosting our refugee service provider and former refugees since June, and we hope to do the same and help you network and know different services that are out there for refugees. And today on the platform we had none other than MRF, and it was well represented by Gaston and Prez. We want to say thank you for that. And without taking much of your time, I just want to read this comment that had just come to me saying, there's a comment that is coming in. Okay, it's not a comment, or just I think it was just a word to you guys, but that's personal. Thank you. So I was telling you that as Better Mind, we hope to bring you more service provider for these 2 months, the month of August and month of September. So today we had MRF Next Sunday, we might have someone else. Remember to share the message. Remember to share the link. Remember to share the post with your friends, with your community. Tell them that there's something that's taking place here, and please come and read. You can always reach us through our different services. That might be on Facebook page. We try our best to answer all the questions and messages going there. Our WhatsApp number is always available to you, and we always try our best to respond. And I personally am always available there to help you out. And without taking time, Gaston, we want to hear a conclusion from you. What is that message that you want to give us as refugee, or us as former refugees? What is that message that you want to give us today?
Thank you so much, Samantha. And thanks so much, everyone, for this edifying moment. At one time, I was reading a book called Mind Boy, and a quotation from Kipling says, "There is neither east, nor west, no breed, no border, no birth, when two men come together, though they come from the ends of the earth." The issue of the refugee should be by all, including Ugandans. They should not look at them as mere foreigners, as mere people who have just come. Look at them as the same dreams. They have the same ambitions, just like the host population, the host people do have. So we need to embrace this and find a way how we can treat each other as brothers and sisters. And then to the refugees themselves, I would like to ask them to continue being resilient, to continue working hard, and to continue reaching out for services. Because services are available, the opportunities are available. You will not sit at home and wait for opportunities to find you. Opportunities won't locate you where you are. You have to get out of your comfort zone and go and look for opportunities. Yes, we know there are so many challenges affecting them, like language barrier and others, but notwithstanding, they need to get out of their comfort zones and understand that somewhere, somehow, they need to seek for services. They need to look for these opportunities so that they can be able to access them and get empowered.
Thank you so much, Gaston, for that. And before I go off, we just wanted to let you know that Better Mind, we have this good behavior, isn't it, Tatiana? We have a good behavior as Better Mind. We usually don't take your time for granted. We never take your time for granted. And I think, Tatiana, this time around, I'm just going to give you the microphone to tell Gaston what Better Mind does after every session.
Before that, I just want to thank you, Gaston, for being part of our presentation today. And we know that the next time that we're going to have you, the connection will be better, and it would give us more opportunity to get to know the information, or like getting the answers to all our questions. But thank you for today. You did all your best. It's not your fault. It might be the internet or the computer, but thank you for being here. As our culture, we always give a gift at the end of the presentation, just to being thankful to you. And for the tradition, we have Therese. She has 3 products that we're gonna give you a choice to pick one, and you can just let us know which one you prefer as a gift from us. And Therese has juices, yogurt, and wine. So it's your choice for now. You let us know which one you pick, and you will get it from Therese as soon as she gets the message.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Tatiana. Thanks so much, Samantha, for this gift. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. I think I will take wine.
Oh, look at you. You need it. You need the wine.
Yes, I'll take that.
I hope that Therese got the message, and she'll be right back to you for the delivery of the wine, and enjoy it. You deserve it.
Oh my God. I'll be expecting it.
All right. And just to remind you that Therese is also a refugee, current refugee. And by doing this, we try our best to promote fellow refugees. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and being here today. And I also want to say thank you to everyone that's been here today for the participation and all the input that you put into our presentation today. Thank you so much. Please continue sharing this message. It is on YouTube and also on our Facebook page. Continue sharing this message and tell people that it's something that takes place every Sunday at 8 p.m. African time and 1 p.m. New York time. And people should join and get sensitized about the initiative that we are doing in sensitizing host community and refugees about what is out there. Thank you so much. Till next time. Bye-bye.
And I will also remind everyone to keep sending your questions for next week for the service provider, so we can have all the questions ready for the presentation. Sorry.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Till next time. Thank you, Gaston, for being here with us and everyone who's joined us today. Bye.
Thank you so much for this engagement. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.